And we're up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the South-Afrifur podcast. This is Ivic Wolf speaking from Centurion, Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa. We have a wonderful guest today on, Mr. Mark Smith, resident to America, Maryland to be very, very precise. Also nearby Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He recently came back from a tour in
South Korea.
There we go. And he'll be joining us this evening for the next hour and a half. Obviously, joining myself are Scratch,
Barely,
and Inpw.
Yes.
Okay, so
Would you call it a tour at South Korea? I wouldn't refer to it as a tour.
Some people try to call it a deployment, but it's not really a deployment because deployments usually last about 9 months, and it's considered a hardship tour just because most of the time you're not allowed to bring family members along.
No.
And so you end up just being there, and it sucks because South Korea itself is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I loved South Korea, but just the way that the military treats people over there is really harsh, and in fact, it's got the worst suicide rate.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, South Korea had when I first got there, it had the highest suicide and sexual harassment charges.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's just because, I guess old habits die hard, and all the old rules that used to be in place since South Korea was first inhabited by the United States government, they kept them. So, doesn't matter what rank you are, you can't be outside a post between 1 and 5 a.m.
So you can't go drinking?
You can, but you can't be outside of your barracks between 1 and 5. And if you have alcohol, you're only allowed to purchase 2 liters of alcohol per month.
That really sucks.
Yeah, and so there's all these different factors that just make Korea terrible, but it's only for military members.
So you have to buy the really strong shit. You have to buy the vodka.
Yeah. Which is crazy, though, because you can go off post and the Koreans have alcohol for really cheap, but it's not good alcohol. Unless you enjoy soju, which is windshield wiper fluid.
I can already see this guy wasting his 2 liters of alcohol on 5 drafts. Or 4 drafts.
Yeah. Well, at least you know the metric system, which is a good thing.
Everybody knows the metric system. It's just
many people don't know how to use it.
No, they know. They still do it in mathematics and stuff or physics. It's just It's difficult to describe to some people that is an imperial system how far a kilometer is. That is what they have a problem. It's just like you would have a problem with how far a mile is, but a mile is like 1.5 kilometers.
1.6.
Yeah, 1.6. So just imagine 1.5 kilometers. It's just how to interpret those distances and the metric system, by the way.
Oh, fair point.
So everybody knows it. The American system don't want to use it.
So now that we've got the metric system shit out of the way, what are we talking about? I came in a bit late. I apologize.
We're talking. Apparently, the topic for today is Mark Smith.
Hey,
oh,
that's me.
He dropped out.
No, he's here.
No, he dropped.
Is he? What?
Yeah, it says he dropped.
Oh. Well then. Yeah.
Good thing there's power problems.
We've lost one person so far.
So if you haven't, I don't think this has been said yet. If you don't know yet, Mark is from the United States military.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and say my little piece about this. I've been in the military for 1.5 years. Went to basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which is Fort Lost in the Woods in the middle of hell. I went to AIT in Pensacola, Florida, which was really good. Florida's amazing.
AIT.
As long as yes, okay. So there's basic combat training, and then there's advanced individual training, and then you have your first duty station.
Mm-hmm.
So basic training is, oh, you're getting yelled at a lot by drill sergeants, and it sucks. And then AIT is where you learn about the job you're going to be doing for the rest of your military career.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go from, I'm going to shoot people, I'm ready to kill, to, oh, look, I know how to type on a computer. And then you go to your job. So that's
So I'm assuming computer typing isn't necessarily a worked skill in the middle.
Well, they obviously have to somehow differentiate. They have to differentiate between grunts and like people who can actually perform administrative tasks.
Yeah, so it's like the military, the Army military in a way, is divided into what's called a military occupation.
Mm-hmm.
And so say like if you're in the low numbers, like if you're like 1 through I think it's like 19, you're like a grunt. Like 11 Bravo is infantry, 11 Alpha is infantry officer, 19 series is usually special forces, and then as you go up, there's the electronic specialist, the military intelligence, the administrative data, and then just all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the 35s, which is I'm intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I can't speak much about my job. I
Yeah.
can just speak about fun experiences.
Except, how does the CIA fit into this picture? We need to know this.
I don't think they do.
They have their own picture, which is just a portrait. They have a nice portrait somewhere that you just don't know.
You don't get a look at it. You know that it's there, but you don't get a look at it.
And there's a camera inside.
It's like it's like the awkward statue that has like a gigantic bulging penis that you want to look at it, but you don't want to look at it.
For fear of what damage it might bring.
Well, I mean that all depends on the kind of damage it brings. Speaking of statues of bulging penises,
Oh god.
there is actually one in Stellenbosch. Scratch.
Oh god.
We've actually seen that one before on
Wait,
various occasions.
There's
The balls are bigger than
a lot of them
put together.
Dude, there's a lot of them. It's that whatever De Silva or whoever the hell he is.
Yeah.
Who did
So
it?
I don't know. It's
We know
like,
all about statues that look like that.
Oh man.
What about David? The Greeks built a statue like that.
No, but he's in proportion.
yeah. But
It's
what was I
good.
gonna say?
If we had to go there, he's very Greek. However, they did happen to whack it up at one point.
Right.
It broke.
Did they?
Yeah, I think it did
No,
break.
they. Wasn't it just like a bunch of like prudent church people who said no, it has to go away, kind of thing?
The Catholics, yeah. What do you want?
Something like that. I remember reading something about there's actually like a big like barrel or container somewhere in the back of some church somewhere that contains all the dicks they like knocked off of statues because the church was too like prudish to keep them on.
There's a barrel of dicks.
Yes, there's a barrel of dicks.
So you could actually use that phrase now. Eat a bowl of dicks.
Yeah.
I guess.
No. In this case, we're also talking about a large amount of feederism. So eat a barrel of dicks.
I guess
So
you could say they're
there's
no longer
that-
thinking with their heads.
There's the one company, the US, that you can actually ship someone
Oh yes,
a
ship a dick.
a little pack of it's something like that. Ship's like a little container of jelly dicks, so you can tell someone to go eat a bag of dicks and then send them that.
See,
What the fuck?
okay, so my wife actually came up to me the other day because I guess she just loves Facebook like most Americans do and just spend hours and hours on end on Facebook. She comes up with a picture and it's you can actually get a mold of your anus molded so you can send people chocolate covered anuses.
So they
Oh, I
can
remember
eat
those.
your ass or kiss your ass.
Yeah.
Whatever they
Both.
want to do with it.
The fact the fact that it's covered with chocolate is what grosses me the fuck out now.
Yeah.
No, it's just a mold. It's not actually like a chocolate covered asshole. It's a chocolate asshole.
Yeah, but
It's a chocolate starfish.
yeah,
Yeah.
chocolate starfish and a hot dog flavored water. One of my favorite albums.
They just need to have
How
almond
wait they
flavor.
add.
Oh,
in
man, that'd be gross.
in which state do you stay? Sorry,
Maryland.
Maryland.
I mentioned-
Maryland.
Oh yeah, sorry, you did mention that.
It's okay.
I also mentioned that it was close to Bethesda.
Where is Maryland? Except close to Bethesda.
I mean, Bethesda is in Maryland. He lives nearby Baltimore.
Yeah, so, okay. So Maryland is in like a pocket where there's West Virginia, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York. They're all
Yes.
kind of surrounding it, and Delaware. And so, like, honestly, this is the first time I've ever been up north, and I've only been in Maryland for a month now.
Yeah, it gets
and
cold there.
During the cold.
It gets cold there as well. Yeah.
For the past couple of days, it's been 90 degrees and above, and it sucks. I hate hot weather.
You and me both.
We
It's been
actually
cold as hell down here.
Raccoon just posted the link to said chocolate starfish company. Apparently, we can't access it
Thank
here
you,
in South Africa.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I also just popped in the
Fucking-
pop-out chat for you, Mark, just in case there are some questions that do come through in respect to the military.
Oh.
It's on Skype.
Yeah, 90 degrees is like 32 degrees Celsius. It's pretty warm.
Oh. I mean, it's like... I mean, I'm from the mountains of North Carolina. So, I like cold weather.
Well, it's actually really nice.
I think most furries actually do. I always also say I can handle the winters better than the summers.
Much easier.
Good God.
What?
I'm not opening up links that raccoons send ever again.
Was it the chocolate anus?
Yep.
Oh, man. Those look so good, though. That's
No, they
chocolate.
don't.
Oh my god.
My God. Moving on.
I don't know. I was about to ask something remotely relevant. I think.
Yes.
What was it? Oh, yeah. What made you decide to join the military?
Okay, so I have many reasons. I've always wanted to join the military. Honestly, I wanted to do something because my father, he was in the military, my father's father, so far and so forth. So it's not only just like a family thing, but I've been in the Air Force Academy, I've been in the Army Academy. I liked them both, and honestly, I was going to choose the Air Force because I did want to go pilot school. I just have terrible eyesight, and so they don't want a blind man flying a plane.
For good reason, I believe.
Yeah, for good reason. I can't wear contact lenses. I have bad phobias.
Ah.
Yeah, I know, it sucks.
But yeah, they're also full of shit with people that has to use contacts and those type of things, eh?
Yeah, look, I mean, if the air pressure drops, contact lenses go flying out of eyes.
Ew. Oh, no,
Fun.
I can't do that.
I don't think that actually happens, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you just made that up. No, but I think it's because it's not your natural vision.
Also,
Yeah.
good luck instilling fear in him even further. Jesus.
I flew a plane once. My
Anyway.
best friend is a pilot. Ha ha ha. I flew a plane when I was 16.
Yeah, but then again, you're into your, like, thrill rides. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a topic. No, we can leave that for Ran Fox when he is on. Because that's one thing that I love about the US. Shut. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just busy getting the call back together.
Enough generating capacity.
Okay.
Give everyone enough power.
We dropped, the stream dropped, everything dropped, we're back on again. Right.
Okay, cool.
When I disappeared, the stream and everything went down. See, Scratch, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm gonna can this ISP. Well, I'm gonna can it anyways because I'm moving. But
Yay.
yeah, the I was on the topic about the thrill rides. It's just one reason why I really want to
Pipeline.
live in America. Because you guys have the most excellent fucking thrill rides in the world.
Yeah.
Are they really?
In the
We
United
don't have jack shit down here. So.
In the United States. Well, we have like 2 theme parks. One is actually very special. We have the scariest dive machine in the world. But
Brad says you should go to New Zealand.
no, I know the rides in New Zealand. It's not that crazy. No, nothing compares with the United States. The UK tried, right? And look what happened when they built a record-breaking ride, the one with the most inversions. Did you guys read about it? I don't know. Maybe the guys in the group knows what I'm talking about. It crashed into other train.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What, Cedar Point? What was it?
No, that's Alton Towers in the United Kingdom.
Alton Towers.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad story. And also, yet again, Fox News kind of destroyed the park's reputation. But yeah.
That's the media. That happens.
So anyway, back to your intelligence story.
But yeah, so I chose it just because the Air Force didn't want to give me anything, and the Army was like, hey, we'll get you what you want, you just have to bear with the shit that sometimes the Army is, and there I am.
Nice.
I would have joined the army if it wasn't like it is in South Africa.
Yeah, I was actually mentioning to him that at one point we're going to talk about them. The
R-
Reckies.
Ah, God. The Glory Boys, the Glory Boys.
They're not just the Glory Boys though. They're pretty hard-assed though.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a completely different story joining the army in the United States and joining the army in South Africa. Trust me.
Essentially, you can wait. Hold on. How old are you again, Anpu?
28, 29 in a couple of days.
Crap.
No, why? I won't. I don't want to join it now. I have a career.
Yeah, but I mean, at the age of 20, I think the cutoff point is 28 if you want to join basic.
Alright, but anyway, you were talking about the Reckies?
Yeah. No, I told him a couple of stories about the Reckies and about how they tend to use the Caspers to drive through mud huts.
Well, I didn't know about that.
They did that in Angola.
Oh.
That was pretty
Damn.
sad. And oddly enough, I also told him about the Avia beer.
my father battled on the border. He was part of Spoorsnijers. So, and he was on they were on the horses. Hello? Hello?
Crap.
What happened there?
Yeah,
I'm back.
we're back.
Okay, I can hear him now.
Okay, where did you get? Where did you guys get cut off?
I heard everything. I heard you guys saying hello, hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it did
I
stream.
just stopped at sports.
I don't know, like it was kind of like a horror movie moment.
It happens.
Well, the stream was running, so that just heard me talking to myself again.
Sports night on horseback.
Yes, he was part of those guys, and yeah, no, he had a lot of friends that died during that time. So it's actually, yeah, he's part of that team that suffers PTSD.
Yeah.
which is a shit thing. By the way, for those that don't know, it's post-traumatic stress disorder. It's basically bomb shock. And the Skype is off again. I'm gonna host this call. There we go.
There we go.
Alright, sorry about that, people. We just have some technical issues. Ivic, what is happening on your side?
I have no idea. I don't think that. I swear, everything's fine.
Just make sure that I think Mark is not on yet.
Yeah, he'll answer now.
Hello, Mark. Sorry about that. This happens sometimes. This is our internet. This is one of the things we have to deal with in South Africa.
This is our world.
Our world.
I'm sorry. I wish I could share.
No, this isn't happening again. No way. What is going on with Skype?
Yo. Do I have... No.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, I'm here. Ivic and Mark is not. I don't know what happened there.
Should I host the thing or something?
No, it should be fine. Can you try? No, but then I have two files again. No, don't do that, because that just messes everything up. Sorry about that, people.
Oh shit, yeah.
Okay, Mark says he's busy. Alright, yeah, you see, this is exactly why I'm getting really annoyed now.
Okay, let's add Mark to the conversation again.
Ivic. I don't have him in my contacts.
Dial Ivic back in.
Just hold on.
At least you know that this is not me.
Okay, I got one back.
Yes, I'm back.
Yay.
Okay.
What exactly is going on down that side? Because I'm pretty sure that's not me.
No, well, the fact that the Skype drops is you, and the fact that it just cut out for a couple of seconds and stopped the stream, that's me.
Okay, I'm hosting the call now.
Yeah, I think that's better.
That's great.
We think you are, because Skype actually has that little thing where if the person is not in your contacts, it just chooses one person. But it's fine. It should be working.
Let's hope so.
All right, we're back on. Everything is fine. Great. Terrible.
All right.
So apparently, like, I don't think Skype wants me to talk about this story. So let's move on.
It could be the CIA listening in, and he's like, "No, we can't share this information." Cut that.
The Reckies are a well-kept CIA secret.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, they didn't disappear, they just relocated.
Yes.
Can you imagine if the Reckies were still a thing? Oh, crazy.
They are still a thing.
Okay,
not
I
about as a thing.
I know nothing about them at the moment.
Look, I mean, the thing is that, like, when it comes to Recce training, they're still, apparently, as far as I've heard, like, across the board from a lot of people, still the best military specialist group around.
Yeah, they sound pretty hard-ass, I have to admit.
Look, I mean, yeah, like I said, you don't just randomly drive through somebody's house.
Fuck you, I'm a Jeep!
Yeah, but anyway, so let's get to the main topic of this entire thing, Mark. As a furry in the military, how exactly does that sort of like affect your life as is?
So
Did you become a furry because of the military? No, not necessarily because of the military, or because you found somebody in the military that was also, well, we'll put it like
Fine.
fluffy inclined.
No, actually, I became a furry before I joined the military. In fact, I joined 7 years ago. Well, so I'm 20, so that was when I was 13, and I found somebody on Xbox Live, and he ended up telling me about the furries, and I fell in love with it immediately and became one right then and there. Made a character, the whole deal, and so my family hated it, and my father, who was going in and out of deployments, he didn't have the time to, I guess, necessarily find out
Beat
more.
the fluff out of you.
Yeah. So, basically, he came home for Christmas, and my brother, who is a huge hater of the furry fandom, told my father that I was in something where I could most definitely get raped and, all the bad things that it used to be. And he was like, yeah, my brother's going to get raped by a 20-year-old in a fur costume, and so I was grounded. I was grounded for 8 months.
Jeez. Longest I've ever been grounded was 2 weeks.
Well, basically what he said is that if you don't get better by the time I get back from deployment, you'll be grounded for longer.
If you don't get better.
Yes.
You came down with a sickness, apparently.
The furry sickness. It's the anthrovirus.
Is that
God,
what?
it must be a long-term thing. Holy crap, 8 months you didn't get out of it?
I know, I was quarantined. I caught the yips. It's a bad Trojan virus that you catch from E621.
Which is also, like, what's it? That E621 is the code for...
the rule 621 and E621 is actually two different things. Rule 621
I think he meant, like, MSG, monosodium glutamate.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Possibly more addictive than crack.
That is actually where it goes for. Well, that MSG is in a lot of food, eh?
Once again, possibly more addictive than crack.
So
actually,
it's a flavor enhancer. That's why they call the site E621. Because it's a flavor enhancer.
There was okay. So I was reading this the other day because me and like the guys I live with, well, the girl and the guy that I lived with, were like wondering why it's E621. And there's actually a post somewhere on the E621 forum, and I don't know. I'll find it. I'll just shut up and find it because it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Well, carry on with your furry discovery story, including your quarantine time.
Yeah. So basically, the entire time I was grounded, I figured out how to exploit my internet and many other things so that I can continue to be a furry.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the people who I got close to because, you know, every furry has furry friends. There's no reason to be in the furry fandom without having furry friends. I guess that's how you'd put it. But then my father came home and my parents got a divorce, so I ended up living with my mother, and I continued to be a furry from then on out.
Quarantine ended?
Yeah, because my mom doesn't care.
Good point.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta work, do whatever you need to do.
It makes you hungry.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I should probably post that in the thing. So this is, yeah, somebody posted it.
Yeah, I've already posted it there.
So E61 tastes like Chinese, now with mercury added. Eesh.
What's funny is that this person's been blocked for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I love Harry Potter.
That's due diligence, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But it's so good. I love that post. But yeah, so
The first system-based tasting images for you to search, serving the community for over 5 years.
E621, the best tasting furry website.
Wow.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna mention what you can find on there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone listening has a decent idea at least.
It
Or
just
an inkling.
also if you go to E621, note that it's not safe for work, so don't search it at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know the site, just be aware that this site is dedicated to be not safe for work.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it.
Not safe for family members, small children.
And some of
Not
the
safe for a lot
images
of-
not safe for life.
Yeah. Especially one that I saw recently that involved Adventure Time.
Shut up.
Adventure Time. Yeah.
Shut up.
Nope. It's
Be
terrible.
quiet. I don't want to hear from you. Topic changes.
Moving right along.
Speedily, fucking swiftly, please. I happen to love that show. I don't want to destroy myself just yet.
Do you not find Jake attractive?
No, I do not.
That's an interesting bit of information that I needed to hear.
No! Why? How does this pertain to anything ever?
It pertains to his furriness.
That has no bearing on the subject.
No, I don't find
It has
Jake
a lot of
attractive.
bearing on it. So no, it doesn't actually.
I don't. Yeah, I don't find Jake attractive. I'm just gonna put that out there. just to cover my own butt.
Too late.
Like,
And yeah. So anyway, so you sort of carried on, and I mean you met a couple of military furs as well, and I'm pretty sure that you got a couple of stories from there as well.
Oh yeah. So I didn't really meet any other furries until I got to South Korea. Before that, I was very hidden. I've always been hidden about the furry fandom just because of the fact that my family hated it. A lot of my friends despised me for it, so I kind of was just quiet about it. I was a ninja fur. I came up with that myself. So then, like...
Ninja fur.
Yeah.
I am the best ninja fur because I haven't. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Inpw, you went onto my broadband.
And
said
but,
you were referring.
no, but that's a different thing. It's still the internet.
So no one in your real life knows.
Well, in the
Yeah, my
real
sister
life, I
knows
met them. I met the guys. But
My sister knows because she drew my character. Very first
my
time.
sister has seen my drawings, but she doesn't even know about the fandom or anything, you know. So I don't know if she'll make the connection. Maybe one day, and then she'll be like, "Oh my god, not that."
You're a 30-year-old that's trying to rape younger children. Sucks.
God,
Wait.
fuck, dude.
Where did you get
You
from
put
that?
it any.
Where does it? Where would you go from that to raping younger children?
Wait, what?
Where,
That was the trend of how people perceive it.
no, man.
Apparently.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
stories.
So yeah.
South Korea phrase.
So once I got to South Korea, I was on Furry for Life, which if you, the chat in Furry for Life is one of those things where you have to take it with a grain of salt, a lot of salt, because most of the times it's just like 14, 13-year-old kids crying about something that really doesn't matter.
Yep.
But I ended up finding a guy named Theo. And I was like, he was up in Seoul and I was down somewhere else. And so we scheduled a meetup, and I took a friend, somebody who I went to basic and training in AIT with, and we went up to Seoul together to meet Theo. And Theo has his own fursuit. He actually purchased the fursuit while he was overseas. And so, funny story, we went up to Seoul Tower, which is, I don't know if you guys know, but it's like it's a huge tower where it broadcasts, and it's a big telephone tower, but you can go up there where there's shops and different things, and you can explore the tower and go eat on top of the tower. It's really fancy. But we
If
went
you open
there.
your mouth just right, you can actually feel the radiation in your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we went up to the tower in fursuits.
Huh?
Yeah. Because apparently, like, he had his own. And me and my buddy happened to be in the USO, which is, the Army and the rest of the military. The USO sponsors them, and they're on every installation and post. And you just go there, you can, like, rent stuff, you can get free drinks. It's kind of a cool thing that, you know, is one of the common commodities of being in the military. And you could actually rent fursuits.
Oh, that's
What?
something new.
I did not expect that. But I guess it's for, like, small kids' parties or whatever. And so I was like, oh, that's...
Oh, so it's those type of fursuits, those mascot suits, or do they actually
Yeah.
look legitimate here and there?
They're like mascot suits. The one that I had was like a tiger,
Yeah.
and then my friend had like a dog-looking thing.
Looking thing. Okay.
I mean, it was like a big puppy dog. I don't even know exactly what it was, but anyway,
Why
so
did you wear it?
I wanted to, but he has a bigger, longer face than I do, and he could see out of the eyes, and I couldn't.
Okay. And you could see out of the tiger eyes.
Yeah, because the tiger eyes are much smaller. I was like, yeah, so sweet. So we went up to Seoul Tower, which we took the trolley up, and the trolley took forever to get on there. But the entire time, we're getting a spectacle from just small Asian kids and younger kids, and it was amazing because I could not understand what they were saying or what they were doing, but all the kids crowded us and like pulled on our tails, you know, all this stuff, and it was really awesome.
No, as long as it seems that they had fun, I mean, that makes it all worthwhile.
That is
Yeah.
what it is about. Otherwise, you won't be in a fursuit in public as a performer. It's performance art, always.
Yeah.
You know what? You just gave me big weird shit idea, even though I'm not a fursuit creator. But if anybody out there is a fursuit creator, if you have time and you have the ability to create multiple fursuits, right? Build a couple of wolves, huskies. Those will be the main ones. Maybe a few cats here and there, right? That is like average human size, right? Right before Anthrocon starts, rent them out.
Yeah.
That is actually not a bad idea.
It actually is.
With undergarments, obviously, so that they don't destroy. But then on the other hand, the people in Anthrocon are gonna destroy it.
Just gotta make sure that they can't cut holes in any places.
Deposit.
Oh god, no. Then you, dude. Then you lose your deposit and everything else.
That's it.
Yeah.
Put a deposit down.
Yeah, I mean, above and beyond that, actually, like, if they really like it, then give them the
Full price.
the option to buy.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Actually, that's a
Rent
good
out
idea.
for XYZ amount of time and give them the option to buy.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
All credit to the USO. But yeah, so and then as the night went by, because we were up there for about 7 hours. Once night hit, we immediately were swarmed by Asian women because apparently they have a thing for people in fursuits. However, funny story is that the best part about this. Sorry, I just did that twice. The guy who came with me and Theo his name was Hawkins, and he's black. And so, in South Korea, either you have.
So he was your handler at the time.
No, he was in a fursuit too.
Oh, did you guys even have a handler?
No.
Danger.
Danger, yeah. It was very bad, actually, because I almost stepped on a small child.
Oh my god! What?
It's not like this. This one fursuiter I saw a YouTube video about. He actually kicked a small child accidentally, and the child like, whee! Because you can't see down.
Yeah.
You have to tilt your head pretty far, then you can like look above your nose down.
So I'm assuming there was like part of some sort of complex dance move. It just involved like a kick at the end. It was
Small kid.
He was walking and probably pacing. That's what I'm guessing. Like walking
I think they
pretty
should have
fast.
like ghosts everywhere then.
Somebody just should have yelled goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but so Hawkins, it was somebody I went to basic and AIT with, and he didn't know what furries were. And so he comes along and he sees me at the USO trying to get a fursuit, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just doing this. We're gonna go up to Seoul Tower, me and Theo, and have some fun." He was like, "Oh, okay." So then he rents one,
Oh,
All right.
not knowing what the furries were or anything. He rents one, and he actually had a lot of fun.
Okay.
However,
Did you try to convert him afterwards?
I did. It was
Yeah?
It was unsuccessful though.
Oh.
Yeah, he kind of, because he's met a lot of different people. Because I met 3 furries while I was in South Korea, and 2 of them were really good people. But you know, there's always those furries that are just kind of different in the brain.
yeah.
Insane in the membrane.
Yeah. There was one who was like that, and that scared Hawkins away from the furries,
Oh.
which was sad. Because
Did you mention that you're not all like that?
I did, but I guess I don't know. I guess it's just too weird for him because he's just kind of one of those average guys. But in the end, the night came down, and all of the college students came onto Seoul Tower.
Mhm.
And they started pulling our helmets off, And, you know, they pulled mine off, and they're like, oh, he's American, hot, whatever. So that made me feel good. They swooned. It was great. But they...
Oh, wait. Carry on.
But they pulled Hawkins's mask off.
Mhm.
And screamed.
Oh. Oh. Ow.
Because they've never seen like some of them hadn't seen a black person before. So they pull open the mask and just immediately start screaming because they don't know what they're looking at.
Rough, dude.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
But it is funny, I have to admit.
I mean, but it was bad because like it was just one of those moments where he didn't know how to feel, and one of the one of the girls just hugged him and she goes, "It's okay," and then walked away.
I bet he's standing there like, the fuck was that? I would be like that, like, what the hell just happened?
Oh, but it was overall the night was absolutely amazing, and we ended up having a few meets after that, but I didn't rent out another fursuit, and then Theo left, and I ended up meeting the weird guy who scared Hawkins away, and then there was Jake, and me and Jake are still friends.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, there's only been one other story as far as being a furry in the military that has actually affected my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's legitimately whenever I'm a workaholic. I give myself credit to that because I work hard at anything I do. And so there was a guy who was also with me since basic and AIT, which this doesn't happen often. I don't know, I keep saying this. His name was Burkhart. And he hated me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working, and we happen to have a discussion because somebody was like, hey, I saw that picture of you in a fursuit at Seoul Tower with a bunch of women. What was that about? And so I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's nothing bad. I just enjoy cartoon animals, you know, it's cool. I have my own character if you want to see it. And it was fine. They enjoyed it, you know, my other squad members. But Burkhart, however, was sitting...
Hello? Ah. Here we go again. Come on.
Okay,
Did that get...
Yes, we're back. Sorry, it dropped.
CIA blocked out a whole bunch of the story again.
It dropped at you like cartoon animals, but very hard, and then you were still in that story.
In the back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Burkhart was listening in, And he looked it up and found, the stories of the few furries who have actually have had sex with animals. And so the bad thing is that in the military, if you do certain actions or if you're suspected of doing certain actions, you can have bad repercussions on you.
Yep.
Court-martial?
Yeah, court-martial or UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. There's all different sorts of things that really can affect your life if it gets actually put through. And so without telling anybody, he goes straight to my commander and tells my commander that I've been having sex with animals.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, so...
Shows you how much he hates you, apparently, and for what reason?
There's actually a couple reasons, because during basic training, on the second day, Burkhart fell to his knees and was crying because he wanted to go home. So I didn't make fun of him. But I had to spend several hours with him because we were on fire watch together. We just sit at a door in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. and make sure nobody gets up and does anything stupid. So, I mean, he asked a couple questions like, "Oh, I don't think I'll ever get deployed in the Army." I'm like, "Are you stupid? It's the Army. You're going to get deployed." And so before Korea, he didn't believe me, and so he gets his first orders and he gets sent to Korea. So ever since then, he's had a personal vendetta towards me because I guess I jinxed him.
Really?
Well,
Really?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
So how did that go?
So
Garcia.
my commander comes down with my section NCOIC, which was a warrant officer, and he's like, "I need to see you in my office immediately." So hearing that from my commander, I'm like, of course. So we run over, and he's like, "I need to talk to you about this." "What is this?" And I'm like, "Sir, that's just something I do as a hobby." He's like, "Oh, well, there's been a complaint filed against you saying that you've had sex and have openly told your entire squad that you have sex with animals. Is this true?"
Wow.
I looked down and I was like, "Sir, I don't know who told you this, but I never said those words and I do not do that." And
That is an enormous negative, sir.
I didn't actually know what to say. I kind of laughed a little bit and I felt bad because they looked like they were about to kill me. But I was like, "No, sir, this is not me. This is not what I do. Let me show you." And so I pulled up a couple of my commissions, and I was like, "This is just my character. I have other friends that do this. There's a big charity cause that goes along with this, blah, blah, blah." Gave them the whole spiel. And they're like, "Okay, go back to work."
Just like that.
Just like that. Just go back to work. We'll get this solved. So the next day, I actually had to sign a document saying that I never said this, and he actually got an Article 15 because he lied on a military document.
Jeez. What does an Article 15 do?
So
What exactly?
basically, it's like, say like you're in another job and you get a really, really bad comment and your manager gives you like a really bad citation.
So a warning, a written warning.
Yes.
Wow.
It's like, if it's bad enough, you could actually lose rank or pay for it.
Ugh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
was he at the same rank as you were?
Yes.
So essentially, he can't necessarily lose rank, can he?
Well, no, he could because he was an E3. He could still get dropped 2 pay grades.
Bloody hell.
But they didn't because it wasn't a big enough deal. It's just he sent a really bad message and was trying to basically
Discredit you.
Yeah, discredit me and set a bad workplace environment.
Well, I mean, this in what's it? Afrikaans is naamskending. What's it in English? Slander.
Defamation.
Defamation. Slander. Yeah, defamation.
Yeah.
defamation of character.
Yeah. So, in the end, I guess he got what he deserved.
People have gotten fired for that.
Yeah. It's not a good thing, but it's one of those things because honestly, like, Theo went through the same thing that I did, except he had somebody much higher than just somebody like a PFC, private first class, saying that. He actually had a major.
Ugh. Wow.
Yes, a command officer saw him walking around in a fursuit on base and told him if he didn't stop doing it, she was going to recommend him for an Article 15 just like they did to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big hoopla. They really messed him up. Like, they wouldn't let him stop working for several weeks because they didn't want him to go out in a fursuit.
Okay.
Ugh, that's harsh, dude. Fucking military life.
However, after he filed a few complaints about that major, she lost her job.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because, like, there's a difference between, like, if you're doing something really bad that could discredit, you as a soldier or a military member, that's something that's okay, But if it's something just like, I'm walking around in a suit of fur, what could I possibly do? And you can't even see my name, my rank, what I work for. How do you really...
You don't wear uniform while wearing your suit?
Yeah, well,
No,
you can't. You can't wear a uniform while wearing a suit. That's actually going against the uniform code. But he wasn't doing that. He was just walking around in his own clothes in a fursuit that he paid for himself.
And nobody knew who he was to begin with.
Exactly.
Yep.
But everyone knew because, everyone in his company knew because he showed up to a few barbecues in it just for, fun for the kids.
Fursuit Friday.
Exactly.
Speaking of fursuits, you recently got your own.
Yes.
lucky devil.
I love that. Pics to the people who didn't happen, apparently.
So what?
Pixar didn't happen.
Pixar didn't happen.
Oh.
I've personally seen this thing. It's pretty awesome.
I can actually upload it into this thing. Well, not the stream.
You have a link to it, don't you? I know that you linked it on your Twitter.
Yeah, I could do.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to give people your Twitter.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Twitter. There we go.
Yeah. So the most recent picture is pretty bad. Just ignore the alcohol in it.
That's like that prefaces my Facebook also. Just ignore the alcohol. I'm not a bad guy, I swear. It's just a weekend thing.
That's why I never upload anything on Facebook, because whenever something is happening, I'm gonna be consuming alcohol. Anything that is worth taking a picture of.
Yeah.
True.
Well, see, okay, there's actually a story behind that picture too. So there's somebody who I worked with in South Korea who has a big vendetta for gay people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, upon coming back from Korea, I picked up a furry who is a very close friend of mine, who honestly, needed a place to go. So we moved him in with me and my wife, and now all three of us live together. And so, one of the people I worked with told me that I should never do that because, gay people ruin straight relationships and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like that's...
What the...
Because brunch is such a sin.
Yes.
I apologize.
So, basically, he sends me a message like, hey man, what's up? And I'm like, nothing much. Living the life, drinking alcohol with a bunch of friends and my wife. And he's like, cool, you could take a picture. He's like, are you in your fursuit? I was like, yeah. Because he actually likes the fursuit, which is weird. He hates fags, but, sorry, not fags. Excuse my language. He doesn't like gay people, homosexuals, but he enjoys the fursuits and...
He enjoys the fur faggotry.
Yes.
You enjoy. Yeah, you should actually tell him exactly like that. See, you enjoy fur facts, but not. I actually went around with that title on my the South-Afrifur
Resident
page.
fur fact?
Yeah, but it said heterosexual fur fag.
Oh right, I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh man. But so then I'm like, all right, well, I can send you a selfie. And so my buddy, you know, the guy who we brought with us, had his really close friend over who he's trying to get into a relationship with.
Huh?
And you know, they're gay for each other. And he knows what Harrington said, and he was like, dude, I should totally be making out with him in the background of this picture.
Nice.
I was like, all right, whatever.
Sorry,
So
I'm going to look for this picture now again. All of a sudden.
Well, it should be the first one on my.
Oh right, yes, of course. I didn't even notice them in the background.
Yeah, the two in the background are totally making out.
Like, is that the whiskey that you guys bought?
Yeah, that's the Crown Royal.
Okay.
Oh man.
Can I ask somebody to link it quickly on the Skype? I'm not actually looking at the stream.
I've linked his Twitter account.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
on
not
my
actually looking at the stream because I'm trying to keep the internet as stable as possible.
Okay.
on Skype.
Here. I think I've already followed him from. Yeah, I think I did. I followed you from our proper account.
hmm
And so yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Hmm.
But I guess other than that, I've met people in the. I actually met a sergeant who actually wanted to have sex in a fursuit. He openly said that, which is weird. He was like, "So you're getting a fursuit?" I was like, "Yeah." Do you plan to have sex in it? Excuse me, Sergeant? Like, what do you mean? He's like, do you plan to have sex in it? I was like, no, that's a waste of money. He's like, I should buy one. I would totally have sex in it. And I was like, okay, Sergeant, you have fun with that. I'm gonna go.
Okay, thanks, bye.
I know who I'm not inviting to anything ever.
It's one of those military things where they call it, I guess, is a battle. Well, I guess I can say this. Is it alright if I cuss for a second?
Yeah.
This is a military reference. Battle buddy fuckers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, BBFs.
Oh,
He's had 7 divorces.
Holy shit.
wow.
Well,
And
my dad is getting there. He's on his way. Yeah.
What, to 7? Yeah.
No, not 7, but he's slowly building up his divorce rate. But yes, 7. Shame.
Yeah.
My dad was married for 27, 8, 9,
You should
30
tell,
years. 30 years before they got divorced.
You should tell the guy that when he meets somebody special in his life that he doesn't have to marry that person immediately.
Well, the worst thing.
You know what? I think the song by Carly Rae Jepsen actually sort of says this properly. I really, 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 really like you, but it's not love.
Jeez, but everybody has been in love and whatnot. It doesn't mean you have to freaking marry the person right there.
You not seen Facebook, man? It's the new trend to get married.
I know it is.
To people that are just good friends of yours, you just get married to them on Facebook. And Scratch, how many of our friends on Facebook have gotten married so long?
Far too goddamn many. I was at a friend of mine's daughter's christening a while back.
Yeah, I
I'm really
remember,
happy for them,
we're
it's a
27, 28, 29-ish.
Yeah, this was 3 years ago.
I was engaged.
I've been engaged twice. Booyah! Fuck off. Twice.
I missed the second one.
What was her name? Crazy one.
Oh, okay, no, I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
You missed
Sorry,
the first
I
one.
lost. No.
No. He had the first one. He was
Yeah.
He was there when he heard about it. I was still in high school.
I know both, yeah.
In high school? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Starting young,
I
eh?
moved quick. I'd already been going out with her for 2 years.
It's like, but essentially, at the moment you hit like 23, 24, it's like it becomes a competition among your friends.
We actually, you know what? Out of the 4 people, I think it's myself, Scratch, and then the 2 jocks. We're still wondering who's going to get married first. There was a point that I was really, really high up on that list, and I think I've dropped down to 0 now.
Yeah, it did drop significantly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't had a successful relationship in how long?
I don't know. A while.
6 months is not successful. 1 year is a successful relationship for me at this point. If I make it to 1 year with somebody, grant I will marry that person.
That's a bad commitment.
Yeah, that is. That is.
You heard it here on South-Afrifur. If I can get to go to a year with somebody, I'm marrying them.
That is exactly the issue that I'm actually saying. It is good to actually live together, get each other's.
Yeah, get used to one another.
Get used to one another. The real person, and you only
terms and conditions.
You only know the real person once you live together. Trust me.
Yep. I know this from very, very personal experience.
Trust me, me as well. Horrifying.
I would rather do boot camp for 15 years, every single year, starting at the bottom, than starting with that woman again.
Them's fighting words, bro.
Them's fighting words. Them's angry man.
Don't worry, I can make it happen if you really want to.
Please don't.
Oh God, please no.
Not for 15 years, maybe just 1. I'll be okay with that. I'll marry myself to my job, goddammit.
Do like that other guy. Marry your right hand.
Already have. Actually, my left hand.
Left hand?
Yeah. One hand has to, like, do the mouse controller, dude.
Yep.
Simple.
Huh.
It's like that never occurs to me.
I just gave him a new tip. That's amazing. Okay, I'm happy with myself.
I'm ambidextrous, so it doesn't matter.
I'm already ambidextrous that way.
Yeah, but about that competition thing that I just mentioned, it's actually strange that normally it's the people that last, that are left, that are the winners.
Oh, yeah, the people who don't get married first.
Yeah. The last man standing.
Kind of sit there going, I really met somebody very special. After everybody's been married, you kind of sit there going, cool, I'm getting married now. Everybody's divorced.
Yeah.
Divorced.
Yeah, I'm staring down the barrel of a couple of my friends who are in relationships that will end quite quickly, I believe. Let's just say that much. The divorce it's gonna be there.
See, that's the thing, especially in America right now. I don't know why, but there's a huge trend of just people marrying people and getting pregnant, and it's it made me upset at one point because I got a job when I was 17 as a fry cook.
Is it? Do they get married because they're pregnant?
Yes, most of the time they do, and that's one of the main reasons why is because nobody knows how to put a rubber on.
Yeah.
And so
What is that, seriously?
Yeah, exactly. And so it's okay, so I'm working at this restaurant, and somebody who I used to have the hots for, and I still kind of do because she's beautiful. She walked in and she was like, "Hey, I'm here to get a job," and I'm like, "I'll do anything." You know, it's kind of one of those glazed over eyes, yes, what is it that you need? Exactly. So I got her a job, and she doesn't tell me until after I get her a job. "Oh, wait, you want to date me? Oh, I should have told you, I'm married." And I'm like, "You're 16. Is that legal? Like,
it speaks well to your rationality that you go like ask whether it's legal before you like get down in the dumps about it.
It's like no, that
okay.
that does remind me of. Is that legal? that actually reminds me of a story that I was in high school. Still, I was like I think it was 15, somewhere around about there. And there was this girl that I actually also quite liked, and I was like, let's go to the movies together. And she goes to the movies with me, and we enjoy the movie, etc., etc. And then she's like, let's go to this restaurant. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll go to this restaurant. First thing that happens is that she's like, this is my boyfriend. She points him out, and I'm just like, wait, what? And the guy's like 25. And I'm just sitting there going like, I hate this mall. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah. I think about the shittiest thing that I've ever experienced is like the girl I was talking about who I've talked about this with Ivic earlier about bad habits such as smoking and cigarettes. The girl who got me into smoking after I'd quit for 2 years. She was extremely beautiful, whatever. I was trying to get with her, and so she's like, here, have a cigarette. And I'm like, of course I'm going to have a smoke with you, beautiful. And we go around the corner, and I actually gave her $200. I'm a sucker, and I'm a good guy, I know. But I gave her $200 and helped her fix her car. A week later, when I'm waiting for her to come out on a date with me, she calls me and says, I forgot to tell you, I'm now dating this drug dealer.
What?
Wow. I really think that you got off easy there.
Yeah, and dude, that's one of those. That's one of those times where you just sort of look at the scenario, tally everything up, and just immediately say, "Okay, bye," and never speak to that person again.
Yeah, you burn the paper in front of their face and walk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Weird stories. I'm just trying to avoid somebody that I don't like that likes me very much at the moment. And when I'm back in Johannesburg, it's gonna be worse.
Dude, just let them down.
She's up here, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Just let them down. Like kill all hope. Smother that like instinct.
2 words do this, by the way.
Put them down.
And it's not me being evil or whatnot.
2 words do this easily.
I can't hear what you're saying. You're breaking up a little bit.
What are those 2 words?
I said that there are 2 words that do this very, very easily. I'm gay.
Yeah, but that's falsehood.
She knows I'm not.
Sorry?
I have suddenly...
anything happens in Cape Town. Anything happens in Cape Town.
No. You know what you need to tell her?
Yeah?
You caught the Trojan virus from E621. There you go.
We really need to make a biological name for that. We really need to make like a biological name for that. Like, what did you say, Mark?
What, the furryitis?
No,
yif.
The yifs.
Yeah, yif.
The yifs.
Yif.
I caught the yifs. I gotta. Was yifoliosis. That's what it was. I seem to have caught the yifoliosis.
Somehow it gives me digitigrade legs. Or plantigrade legs, I'm not sure which. Oh god, I'm growing fur everywhere. This is cool.
If only.
So there's actually a Facebook page that's concerned parents against the furry fandom.
Yeah, but that's a furry that's opened that page.
I know, and it's so freaking funny. Oh man.
Yeah, I actually posted a few comments on that. They did that Friday thing, where I think it was Fridays, where they would put like the worst guy, and they would dig up so much dirt on that person, right? And then
Yeah.
post this thing, but they did it just for a short while, and we were gunning it on FAF just to get to that page. We want to speak so much crap about this page so that this person selects you. And a few of the guys on that forum actually got it, but I was unsuccessful. Damn it. One of which, Ivic, was that Batty D guy. Ivic?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Ivic is offline. Yeah, he knows him. And just a couple of people, but it was actually really funny when it started, and then it got a little bit annoying, and then we're like, well, whatever.
So there's something that I used to read a long time ago, and this is actually something that is actually very, very true. Like, I actually have been to this church, and I gotta find this. There's a church somewhere. Back when I was a kid, I tried to find... Wait, are we good?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's showing that we're having trouble connecting to Ivic.
Yeah.
Yep, but I think he might be suffering this time.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
when I was a kid, you know, I had a lot of troubles, especially with being a furry, so I often would get on the internet and be like, okay, is it a sin to be a furry because I'm so used to being more Christian than being more furry back when I was a kid? And so that's the thing is, like, I looked all over. And so I found this place called Landover Baptist Church.
Oh, that's a troll site.
It's so bad.
It's a troll.
But it's a,
Why do I not know about this?
It's a troll site against. They would create like a scenario and be this completely conservative church, right? With but the stuff that they post is like everything that is wrong in their lifestyle and way of life, and that's what they say. Yeah, but in this phrase, in the Psalm, this and this and this, it said you should treat a woman that way, etc. You understand? That's how it's a troll site. It's like a satire site.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Anyway, you were saying you found this church?
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, so then I take it to my church. And, like, this is before my parents knew. I walk up to my preacher, and I'm like, Preacher John, I have a question. He's like, what? I'm like, is it a sin to be a furry? And he looks at me, and he's just like, son, what the hell are you talking about?
Hopefully in so many words.
Yeah, well, he didn't. I don't think he said what the hell. It's been a long. That was a long time ago. But anyway, so I end up having a conversation about it, and he's like, "Well, if it's not a sin, it's not a sin. So why are you asking me if it's a sin?" And I'm like, "Because I don't know. Like, I went to this site," and so he starts reading through the site. Anyway, it was great because, you know, having a preacher read through, I guess now a troll website.
Yeah, it's a satire.
It's great though.
It's
a good read.
It is funny until you get to like the sections where they talk about. Jeez, I could just talk. It's kind of like going into the flat Earth society. Except the flat Earth society, I spend there because there's actually people that do believe it, that the Earth is flat.
See, as big of a Christian I am, when I was overseas, there was actually a preacher who was actually very close to me, and he was a really good guy. However, he was very old school beliefs, and so
Some all that cool jazz.
yes, exactly. And so, like, one night we're sitting there, and he was taking me back to the barracks, and I'm just having a conversation with him, and I was like, "Sir, I got a question." He's like, "What?" He's like, "What do you think of evolutionism?" He's like, "It's fake." Duh. And, like, next thing I know, we're having this big controversial talk just about that, and I'm like, I can't ever win. I find something good, and it's gone.
Yeah, no, it's one of those sort of glass-shattering moments with someone like that you trust, and then suddenly, ugh.
Yeah. However, I mean, it's just you either harp on it or you move on, and he was able to move on from it. I was able to move on from it, and I mean, he continued to be my pastor, which is really good.
You know what I can never move away from, right? There's one guy, when I was still at my old job, right? He's now my WhatsApp, and he still actually battles with me this topic, right? The moon landing.
Oh no!
It started at my old work two jobs ago, and he lives in Johannesburg, but he would still fight me with it. He's like, no, they didn't go to the moon because the radiation belt and this and that, and you need like 3 feet thick lead spaceship to go there, and I don't know what the hell else. This guy is super determined to convince me that they didn't land on the moon.
God.
It's so funny. Sorry, Scratch?
No, continue. I'm just flabbergasted.
There's so many people in the world that believe that. All that I can do is just freaking laugh my ass off at this guy because it's so funny. And he already convinced like my entire department that they didn't land on the moon.
How? With what science?
With pseudoscience, dude.
The best science.
With these people.
Oh man, that is so funny. And
Do you get?
It's even gotten to a point where then we would chat, and then like the head manager would walk up. You're not talking about the moon landing again, are you? Because it got to
Man, I missed out on what?
that point.
You missed out on people who Anpu was working with who said the moon landing wasn't a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all faked. It's all freaking. The shadows are wrong.
That's people who just like put their research into bullshit. Like put all that time and effort into learning another language or something else. Just take the moon landing as a given.
You know, there's actually a funny thing, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't necessarily like furries, but it's because somehow there's a church website called the Landover Baptist Church.
We talked about that
Which
when
is- I was gonna send out a link about the Landover Baptist Church and everything, because I remember that there was a fur on this side who was saying that his parents were talking about that they found this website from a Christian place saying that furries are the devil. And he was literally trying to convince her, you know, that this isn't true. And I kind of looked at it and I was like, is it the Landover Baptist Church that you found it from? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
satire.
that's a spoof site. It's satire. And people actually believe them. I'm kind of sitting there going like, wait, whoa.
Yeah, well, you saw that whole Jack Warner thing with FIFA.
Hmm?
I mean, yeah, the guy who was indicted of like some of this FIFA scandal charges, he put out like a few-minute announcement somewhere on a TV show or a TV channel or something, saying that like what America's against him or something, and like if this wasn't someone else's agenda, then why are FIFA scrambling to give America the World Cup in 2015 right now or something like that? And turns out basically what he had in his hand was an Onion article.
Do people not? Do people take? I mean, if I read something on the internet, right? I look at where it's coming from, right? And even if it's from a site like. Like a big news site like Times or BBC or whatever, you do also read it and you have to understand that it's very sensationalist, okay? The way that they report something, okay? So, but if you're gonna take an article from the Onion, have you ever, if it's something radical like that, have you ever maybe wanted to check the source, like,
Dude,
Google,
that's
is
the same
this real?
Dude, that's the same people who basically look at like anti-vaxxer or anti-climate change arguments and say like, oh no, there's this one source that says I'm right. Fuck everything else.
Oh, fuck the stacks and mountains of evidence that supports it. I'm gonna go with this paper that says, yeah,
It says I'm right.
That it might not happen. It's ridiculous, but that is actually something that I would say is part of the human condition. Is people hear what they want to hear, right? So you want to hear that story. You don't want to hear people like that, like in conspiracies. Just they want something more. You understand what I mean? Like the Trade Center thing, it was a freaking it was a little bit of a conspiracy. Nobody knew exactly what happened then, and then the government obviously unfolded all this stuff, right? Of the Iraqis and of Afghanistan and whatnot. Honestly, we were sitting in another country. I didn't even know Afghanistan had a grudge against America. and then. That there was like some secret stories and stuff involved there. No, it has to be more. It has to be the American government that orchestrated this. People are like that. They want that. Or that NASA will fake the moon landing, or fake that the Earth is round and never actually sent anybody into space. Stuff like that. Satellites are all fake. Your DSTV dish is pointing to a balloon, and I don't know what. Dude, you get people that just they rely on things. Have you ever looked up a guy called David Icke?
Why does he sound familiar?
He believes in that lizard people thing.
Oh, right. Don't start, please. Don't start.
Look at these guys who blink.
He made millions selling his book of how the world is controlled by these lizard Illuminati, right? And
Lizard Illuminati.
I just said, dude, I want to freaking go up to that guy's front door wearing like a freaking dragon costume. Hello. You get a heart attack.
Doesn't he know
Sir,
about crab
come to take you away.
Crab people. I think the crab people is actually a reference to David Icke's findings. And now there's so many people on YouTube, like, they believe this shit. They actually do. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird.
God bless the cactuses.
There was something I wanted to mention like quite a while back. Like being deployed, being in the military, and being free at the same time. Like I kind of want to like touch on the idea of like militant furs for a bit, like these actual gun-toting whatever the hell. Like, what's the deal with that? Have you encountered those kind of people before, or
wait, militant furs?
No, he's talking about military furs. No, it's almost like cosplaying in a fursuit or cosplaying in any ways. Like people will go to conventions dressed up in complete military gear. You understand what I mean?
Are we also talking about Nazi furs here, or what?
Them too.
that kind of stuff?
They're actually part of it, right? They're not real Nazis. They're not even new Nazis. They just they cosplay. You understand? But
I'm cosplaying as a Nazi.
But he has a point
Cosplay killed you? What?
Because among the furry community, it is even has been told to me when I actually took a selfie with like I had a what do you call those things? The hard hats on, right?
Yeah.
And I was standing there and I looked like a drill sergeant telling, the helmet, but this one is like those old ones, right? That they used in the infantry way back, right?
A tin hat?
Anyways.
For the moths?
But I took a picture like that, and immediately, like when we did the selfie on FAF, everybody is like, "Yeah, that's probably the funniest picture in this entire mugshot thread." And then the discussion continued. What is with the spike of the military furs? I'm like, military furs? What are we talking about? No, because then this guy, then this guy, and that guy, and this guy popped up, and everybody sort of does that at like the conventions, and I'm like, okay, that's a little bit strange. But
So there was just furs that dress up in military uniform
yeah, but sometimes
without being in the military, or
no, they normally no.
Huh.
that's weird.
So there's something big that's going on in the military today that's kind of like that, actually. It's called Stolen Valor, and it's like basically people who dress up as military members, but they're not in the military, and it's actually something. It's okay if you dress up in just like tactical gear, like a black tactical, but if you wear ACUs or anything like that,
Yeah, then
that's actually punishable by a federal court.
yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you can get like I think it's a $25,000 fine for impersonating a military soldier.
Yep. Because because you can get you're not allowed to impersonate the officer or medical medical
Because just now
assistant
something
or
happens in your area,
yes,
and you're the only guy in the area wearing a military uniform,
or you're dressed
and
like a
suddenly
medic,
you don't know what to do.
or you're dressed like a police officer, or you're dressed like a fireman. You understand? It's still illegal to do that. But no, these guys.
That brings out an interesting point. Cosplay is not necessarily impersonation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't impersonate. These people cosplay. They don't actually wear gear that gets really used on the field, or they would wear something that is like historical. You understand?
Most of the gear is generally from World War II.
Yeah.
Like all the surplus offices and things like that tend to sell them. I know that you can easily, well, not necessarily easily anymore, but you can get yourself a Russian, like military jacket if you wanted to.
Yeah. See, I mean, I can understand why people want to do that. It's like airsoft, you know?
Yeah.
It's like being in the military, but not having to go through all the bull crap that every military member has to go through. And personally, if I could do that, I would love it. And I did play airsoft as a kid. As long as they're not busting down people's doors or claiming that they're better than other people because they're wearing this military gear or, you know, anything that's like that. As long as they're not impersonating in any way, I personally don't see a problem with it. They're just wearing clothes that makes them feel good.
No, it's the same. It's part of the fursuiting thing, but there's this little trend that I think is a topic. Why? Why is there so much of the furries that do this? And
Because military uniform is awesome.
Even though it presents no tactical strategy whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the ACU uniform only blends in with couches. No, okay. So just one side little comment. This is something that I've always wondered. Why is the United States Navy uniform blue when they're always out on ships? What happens when they fall into the ocean?
No idea.
Oh god, we've lost him completely.
Okay, sorry. This is something I've always wondered. Throw him a life jacket. Where is he?
I can't see him. There's his hat. Wait, no, that's a shark.
No, I think it's you can relate it to the same type of trend that you get like the steampunk thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same type of thing. People like doing that. So whether it's military furs that are going to fursuit, or whether it's just going to be people in military gear at a furry convention, you will also find a furry with like steampunk glasses on, or those type of things.
Yeah.
Although,
Well, that is
Speaking of-
absolutely true.
Speaking of steampunk, if I may, the UK Telegraph have voted the Truth Coffee Shop in Cape Town to be the best coffee shop in the world. Huzzah for Cape Town.
wow, so Tim Hortons
Told you
didn't
Cape
even
Town was
get
better.
Yeah, Truth is awesome though.
there. But Yeah, no, on that topic, I think you're allowed to cosplay as anything as long as you're not breaking the law. Be very careful with that. And
Yeah.
you would recognize the difference between a cosplayer at a convention and a real military officer. Unless somebody is crazy enough to do it and really look like a military officer, but that's illegal. You have to understand that.
The thing is that generally, like, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Raccoon mentioned it, like the US surplus and everything like that, all of it's stripped of its, like any ranks, anything like that, it's all been taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
It's
like,
literally just, yeah.
see, that's the thing is, like, honestly, once this uniform gets out of the way, the ACU uniform is actually really good working clothes. Like, once I get out of the military, I actually probably, if I have to do any dirty job, I'll probably wear the pants a lot, because the pants, not only do they hold a lot of stuff, because there's like 15 different pockets in that stupid thing, but they're so, like, you can clean them, and the cloth and everything is just amazing.
In a ruggedness sense, not like this is a fabulous material, darling.
Oh, no. It's made out of the finest Egyptian cottons.
Oh, what's the third count?
1.
It's like, just like a plate around your leg.
I actually cosplayed in military uniform. In fact, a lot of us cosplayed in military uniform in 2005, remember?
Yeah, I have something else though.
Yeah, you came as Death.
Yeah. I was looking over your shoulder the whole time.
I actually have that picture. I'm going to post that one now as well.
Nah, don't.
I'm already doing it.
Scratch
Veto.
was Death?
Yeah.
Oh, you were the Grim Reaper.
Yep.
Oh,
I
cool.
veto.
Oh.
Yep. We cosplayed.
No, that was grade 11 day. Anyway,
By the way, who's going to Rage this year? Sorry, Mark. This is like a gaming and technology expo that we have here. Scratch, you said that you might go. Ivic, are you going to go?
Yeah. Dude, it's Rage.
I'm going to first.
I'll go there, but I'm going to stay outside most of the time. I don't deal well with crowds.
I'm planning on fursuiting there.
I'm planning on watching you fursuit there.
I think it would be funny. See, we don't have.
No, obvious.
We don't have a. It's not unlike America. This is very uncommon in South Africa to find, and
Yeah,
we have about 200 members that are sort of active, 100 that are active-ish, and definitely 50 that are very active. But in this entire country, so we know each other actually quite well, because we only speak with like 50 people. It's not like 10,000 furries are going to chat to you on a forum. But
I mean, in all fairness, what's it? You and me, we met once, and you know, we just started this thing together.
yeah, but that's but the thing is so when you go to something like that here, it's not like going to Comic-Con and fursuiting there or whatnot. It's actually the people are gonna look strangely at you. They're gonna go like, what? Especially if I make Frankie raid and do it there, because I probably won't look so friendly.
yeah, no, you will fucking not.
You already don't look. No.
I don't care. It's not what I'm going for. Who says I want to be friendly?
True.
And frankly,
Oh,
that's
just
not.
listen to your voice. You're such a friendly person.
Liars go to hell. Oh man.
Yeah, but I do think it's time we end this podcast, because
It's getting late now.
10 minutes over actually already. We just filled
So,
in now all the times the CIA cut off the conversation.
We're terribly sorry about that.
They really
CIA,
hate.
screw you.
They hate Ivic, by the way. They cut him out like 5 times in the past hour.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Something went wrong with my dongle. They've got control over it.
Good, anything.
Any case, so
put tinfoil around it.
thank you for listening, Rakuin, Victor, Ninjan. Thank you for listening to us for the first time, Ninjan. Hopefully we'll see you again next week, around about this time. 8 o'clock, so an hour and 40 minutes ago. Cuddle Wolf, Kinkin ZA, and Doge or Dan Leo. And a special thank you to Mark Smith for joining us this evening. We really, really enjoyed the conversation. Yeah. Thank you for joining us from Ireland. We're probably going to have you on at some point again, because we love having people come on again and just, talk to us about something. You're going to AC, aren't you?
I wish I could. Money's kind of tight right now, however. Yeah.
No.
But thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. I did enjoy this, and this is a pretty awesome podcast, if I do say so myself.
Ah, thanks.
Thanks.
We tried.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. No.
Did I say Rack? I did say Rack.
Yeah, you did.
You say Raquin,
Okay.
because he was listening. Always listening, always judging.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
from my side. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.